Good morning, War Eagles. Welcome to War Eagle TV. Today is Friday, March 5th, 2021. Today our wrestling team competes at a state tournament in Little Rock. Good luck, wrestlers. Varsity baseball has a game versus Bryan. JV boys and girls soccer versus Broken Arrow. JV varsity softball versus Gravit. Now stay tuned for a collection of projects from War Eagle TV.
Hi, my name is Beck, and in honor of Black History Month, I will be talking about African American artists throughout history. Scott Joplin was one of the most well-known ragtime composers. He was son of an ex-slave from Texas, and he started as a traveling musician around the southern states. Throughout his career, he wrote over 100 ragtime pieces, a ragtime ballet, and 2 operas. Henry Ossawa Tanner was the first African American painter to gain international acclaim. Born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in 1859, he later moved to Paris, France, where he died in 1937. Augusta Savage was an American sculptor associated with the Harlem Renaissance. She also had a studio where she taught many talented students and was a well-known civil rights activist. Charles Henry Alston was a painter, sculptor, illustrator, and muralist. He lived in New York City and was an artist during the Harlem Renaissance. He was also the first African American supervisor for the Works Progress Administration Federal Art Project. Amanda Gorman is a well-known poet and activist. She wrote the published poetry book, The One for Whom Food Is Not Enough, in 2015. In her poems, she focuses on issues such as oppression, feminism, race, and marginalization.
My name is Mrs. Kaiser, and I teach orchestra at Heritage High School and Lingle Middle School and also Oakdale Middle School. But mostly I teach the 3 classes of orchestra here at Heritage. I've been in the Rogers Schools for 5 years, but I have been teaching orchestra for 26 years. I started in Los Angeles, and then I taught in Boston, and I taught in Montreal, and then I moved here to teach in Arkansas. I'm a cellist, and that's my principal instrument, but I also played piano all through elementary, junior high, and high school, and I really loved playing the piano. I can play violin and viola and bass. Okay, they're not my main instruments, but because I teach all of them, I can play all of them. My favorite thing about teaching orchestra is probably getting to watch students grow up, because I start students in 6th grade. Those students that stay in the program, I get to watch them develop over 6 years, and I get to see how they grow as a person and how they grow musically. And sometimes I get to know their whole family over that time. So that's probably my favorite thing.
I'm Braden Foltz. I played the cello in orchestra, and this is my 7th year in orchestra.
A February snowstorm and frigid temperatures crippled northwest Arkansas and closed Rogers schools for several days. Snowfall totals averaged 4 to 5 inches. Now that we're nearing mid-March, it looks like the snowy weather is behind us. Let's all welcome spring.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Hardy, and today I'll be trying to answer this question. Are people born evil? My answer is no, and here are my reasonings. One, we're not sure what kind of upbringings evil people have, because everybody was raised differently, and people who we consider evil probably had a really, really, really bad upbringing, and we're not sure why. Uh, Secondly, people are born neutral, and of course, like I said with the first part, depending on how we raised, we can become evil, or how our school life is, like, or our work lives. It could set us off just one day because all the stress, all the anger, all the hate, and that eventually rattles up into becoming evilness, becoming evil and dark, and we really don't want that. So we, as people, as a community, as human beings worldwide, we need to get our acts together and figure out a way to end this suffering, all this hate. And on that note, thank you for listening to me. Have a nice evening, morning, afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this. And please enjoy the rest of the clip. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next month.